Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have heard that people said that is everything in JavaScript object, and I want to make this video to clarify something about this one. And my short answer is that not likely, but we should be aware of the fact that there may be something in a bigger picture that we should be aware of when we want to use typeof in JavaScript. So please take a look on the screen. You will see that we have three things I want to talk about today. The first one is the typeof operator. The second one is what happens when we use typeof operator, when we use object wrapper, when we declare a variable instead of using the normal way. And the next one is behavior. And probably you will see some caveats, something that is you should know when you use typeof operator. So first, if you see the screen, then we have the typeof of Boolean, number, big int, string, symbol, function. It's all returns the thing we expect. But there's undefined, which is not, which return undefined. But no, it does not return no, but it returns object. And if you see any other object here is myC, we also check array and it returns object. So let's write some basic code to understand more. So as I said, we have typeof operator for the variable we declare in normal way, and we have a different results if we check the typeof for the variable we declare in using object wrapper. So I have the first file here in Node.js environment. So if I run node typeof, it returns the thing we expect. The first one is an object, right? It's object. The second one is number. Yeah, it's number. The next one is string. And after that, we have undefined. We have Boolean, we have symbol, we have big int, and finally we got function. So everything is just returns the thing we know about them, and they are very correct about the typeof operator. So there's only two things that is not correct. That's one is no. So if you check typeof no, it return object. And here the lesson is that you should always use typeof no. Something is no, should be no, like this. Hopefully it return true. And we don't use typeof for no because we cannot use them basically. And another thing is that if you check typeof for array, it will return object instead of an array. So you cannot use typeof to check type of the array. So instead of that, you can use a very convenient static method, that is array to check for array, and it will return true. And that is a way we check the typeof array instead of using typeof operator. So in short, everything except no, array, all of them return the typeof we know. So everything in JavaScript, the object, not really, you see, it returns the thing they actually are. But that is one part of the story. And now let me give you another part one, the part two of the story. So basically, if you declare the typeof, we use another way to declare a variable like typeof new object. here it return object for sure, and that's nothing we can talk about in Node object wrapper, because basically object is okay, it's object. Okay, in case of object, we see the typeof for the object literal returns object, and for new object is also returns object. We know that. But if we take a look at typeof new number, and we are going to use another way to declare the variable, it returns object instead of number, as you can see. Okay, clear. No. So at first, this is object, the second one is object, the next one is number, and the fourth one is object. We see that's very odd. So obviously that's an object. Now keep working on the typeof string. We know this is string, but if we declare a variable using typeof new string, you can guess it returns string and okay, see this subject object instead of string, and you can, you know, let me declare another two variable, x equal hello and cons y equal world. But instead of declare the string like this, I'm going to use string, and we want to check whether we can print out the concatenation of two string x y, and let's see. Okay, fix that. Okay, it just returned hello world. One is string, another one is object. Still work as normal. So if you keep looking at, but for undefined we don't have new undefined, and nor we don't have new nor. We don't have that kind of thing. So about Boolean. So basically Boolean return typeof false returns Boolean. But what if we write typeof new Boolean and we pass here true, and you will see it will not return Boolean anymore, but a return object. So I think you can check the array like this one is returned. Okay, new array object for sure. New array. Okay, see, yeah, object. So basically you should know that there are two ways to declare a variable. The normal way, and this is recommended, and if you use the normal way, you will see, except the case of null and array, it just returns the type of we expect, and you know they are not object. Okay, but if you declare a variable using object wrapper, it will return object, and that's why people think everything in JavaScript is object. So now I want to talk about the behavior. So why should we talk about the behavior? Well, we can say that everything in JavaScript is, almost everything in JavaScript is object, because it has a very strange behavior. Now let me give you the first example. let name equal my name, right? And then the type of this variable we all know that is string, but we shouldn't declare a variable as name. My name is better. Okay, what's wrong? Sort of like typeof. Okay, string for sure. Now behavior and a string. But why a string can have some kind of, you know, built-in method like my name dot length, and we got the length of the string 12 character, and how on earth we have that kind of method like my name, and I want to take, you know, some string like from 1 to 2, and then I want to chain with another method using 2 uppercase, and you will see we have case yes, we have this one is a slide and then it turned to uppercase. Okay, so it just works as an object with built-in method, and you see it also has some property length and methods like slice as any other string if you declare that one as object, new object using object wrapper. So another case which is quite strange to me is that I want to have a flag equal using boolean equal false, and how on earth we have some kind of function like typeof flag, we know that's return boolean, but if you use flag to string, we know that is inherit some method from the parent object, the got object for my opinion, and then see it return false. Here it's a string. Let's check the typeof. So the first typeof is boolean and the second one is string, so that's why it works. Okay, another case that is function. Let me declare a function like test, very normal function, no big deal, return hello world. Okay, so what if we add a new property for that? Okay, test name age equal 12, and test dot get name we cannot get equal function return hello something. So let me give you test, the value test. Okay, console log test. We got hello world. Let's see that. Yeah, as expected. Now I don't want to get the value from the method from the function, but I want to get the property of that function. We got 12, right? And that is also the case of get name. Here we go. Hello something, and here is the methods of that test function. So it seems to me that everything is object. Seems to be correct if you evaluate that one, if you take their behavior into consider. Okay, let me recap something, and we should talk about the thing we should know when we use type operator, and how we should understand the concept of object in JavaScript. So if you declare something as typeof, if you declare something in JavaScript using normal way and you use typeof, it will return something as expected, except null it return object and array is also return object. But if you declare the variable using object wrapper, new string, new number, or new boolean, it's always return object. And if you take a look at their behavior, you will see it works as an object, even though they are string, a boolean, or function. Okay, so one of the things I always try to do is that I always check something like if they are not available, I will check something. If x typeof x equal under undefined, then that is one thing I always try to check. It return true, and I don't use null. And if you try to return, let's see what happened. See, it's not defined, so it's better to use typeof here. So another one is that we don't use typeof array because it return object. It's not correct. So instead of that, we use array. Is array. That's a static method. That's very convenient to check the type of the array. And we got the thing we want. We check the type of that array. That's true because it is an array. But if you check, say, an object, it will not the case. So we know how to check the array. So thank you very much, and thanks for watching. See you in next video.